It's game on at the Peninsula Stadium where Salford City host League 2 leaders Cambridge United tonight. Postponements have left the Ammies without a game since defeat at Oldham at the end of January, and Richie Wellington's side have been eager to get going and put that result right. The gaffer makes 3 changes from that game as Jason Lowe, Ash Hunter and Sean Bernard are recalled. Cambridge arrive unbeaten in 7 league games in 2021 and looking to do the double over Salford, having come from behind to win the reverse fixture 2-1. 2 changes for them see Charlo Tracy make his first start, and Harvey Nibbs is recalled to partner the league's top scorer Paul Mullin up front.
To touch on that Salford back 3 through centre halves for the Ammies, you usually see the faster ones on the outside and the slightly slower one playing in the middle of the back 3, but we've got Deshaun Bernard in the middle, probably the quickest out of 3, so I wonder what the thinking was there from Richie Wellens.
Got Hunter, first time ball forward, Richie Towell's onside as he knocks the ball forward, Taylor chases, Towell into the middle, cleared away by Okadina, comes back out to Richie Towell on the right hand side. Short into Drysdale, and hacks it back towards Okadina. Henderson putting the pressure on. Okadina's chosen to try and run it away from Henderson, who's won it back at the top of the area. In Henderson, puts Salford ahead, punishing the Cambridge mistake. That's suicidal there from the U's. And Ian Henderson, of all players, is not the man who you want on your back. He pinches possession and is clinical from 18 yards as you'd expect. It's Salford 1, Cambridge 0.
Yeah, a couple of consecutive moments of real uncertainty at the back for Cambridge, starting with Callum Burton with the control and putting it out of play, and then the one we just saw from Okadina. He's not started many games this season on loan from Tottenham Hotspur. And he just takes a risk. You can't really take those risks, as you said, around Ian Henderson.
I really feel there's more to come from Richie Towell still. Got a bit to prove as well. Second half of the season, I can't remember if he joined on a 2 or a 3 year contract, but certainly if it's a 2, he'll be fighting to stay here, although I don't think there'd be much doubt in Salford minds whether he should stay or not. Henderson here, capitalised on another Okadina mistake and lines one up from distance that had Callum Burton troubled, but wasn't quite on target from the Salford frontman. Here comes Drysdale, played through. Bernard with a very well-timed challenge, blocks that one, and he does manage to clear it up into Ibutore. Alert defending.
Yeah, brilliant from Deshaun Bernard, timely, as you said. Gets himself in the way of what like a dangerous attack.
Now here comes Richie Towell the other way. It's a great shot, a great finish, and Salford straight up the other end, double the lead. Richie Towell from distance. What else would you expect from him? Fires it into the far post beyond the reach of Burton, and it's Salford 2, Cambridge 0.
What a finish from Richie Towell. 10 minutes ago we mentioned how good he is from distance after he fired one straight out of the stadium. This one was straight into the back of the net, and it might be one of his best for Salford yet. On the volley, bounces right in front of the goalkeeper, which always makes it difficult for any goalkeeper, and into the bottom corner. And that's exactly what we've talked about Salford needing, is to build on their leads and push on when they have momentum. A 2-goal lead looks very, very good.
Hunter, pass back for Lowe. Nibbs coming across as Lowe into Gotts. Too many Cambridge players around him to do something that time, but Towell not giving up on Hannant, forced them all the way back to Callum Burton. It's not the best first touch, cleared straight to Gotts, slips the pass into the middle for Henderson, return down the left, and Robbie Gotts for his second in 2 home games makes it 3-0. It's a wonderful, wonderful move, and who else would you want on the end but Robbie Gotts, who helped make that happen. Slides a third pass Callum Burton, and it's Salford City 3, Cambridge United 0.
Well, Richie Wellens got the 3-goal lead you said he wanted, Will. It was a great move going forward from Salford, and Callum Burton, I think, in net for Cambridge, just looked slightly troubled with the ball at his feet a couple of times now. Poor clearances, and Salford made the most of this one. Robbie Gotts, really calm and composed in front of goal, slots it into that far corner. 3-0 to Salford, and what a first half. I think Cambridge in this second half just starting to turn the screw, ask questions of Salford's defence, and they're playing with more intensity. Obviously brought on Ironside as well, who's another threat up top. You can see it's a big physical striker as well.
That's it, work his way through Joe Ironside, former Sheffield United man. Had some time with Nuneaton Borough, Nuneaton, whatever they were, in the National League North. Here comes another former Sheffield United man though in Coots. Finds Henderson on the left hand side. Whips across towards the back stick where Ash Hunter was arriving. Comes back to Hunter on the right. Up against Iredale as snow starting to blizzard down a bit more compactly now as Gotts with a shot on the turn is tipped over by Callum Burton. And it will be a corner for Salford, but a wicked dipping shot there from Robbie Gotts. And Burton's clearance down the middle, low chest it. Both him and Towell go for the clearance, so Salford do manage to get it clear, which is the important thing. And then Towell and Lowe, the two central midfielders, both look at each other. They know they need to sort that communication out. Toure with a great bit of footwork to roll the ball away from Nibs and open himself up into Lowe. Now Toure, ball works to the right for Hunter, in behind for Towell. Laid off, Hunter's low ball into the middle, Henderson onside arrives to tap home his second, and it's Salford 4, Cambridge 0, a familiar scoreline in the Ammies clinical there.
Yeah, that was fantastic attacking play from Salford. The work was on the right hand side, but Ian Henderson, that was centre forward play straight out of the top draw. He started out with a little control on his chest. He had two players within a yard of him, one in front and one in behind. He brings it down with a fantastic touch and starts the attack, and then he just drifts. He walks in, goes unnoticed, gets himself in between the centre halves, and the movement off the Hunter cross was spot on to get himself his second goal, Salford's fourth, and really what you would say is against the run of play, but a massive goal for the Ammies there. Brilliant centre forward play from Henderson, from the touch to the movement to what really was a simple finish, but an important one. He's giving Salford everything they can ask for at the moment.
This cross comes in from Noyle, it just evades Ironside, but comes to Hannons at the back post. Now his ball into the middle, as glanced on, comes to Mullin at the back stick, and Mullin does pull one back for Cambridge United. Why was left in that much space? That's what the inquiry will be. That's exactly what Salford didn't want to do. 4-1, and another for Paul Mullin. Jordan Turnbull is in absolutely no rush to take this throw in. It's really just on the whistle of the referee, which does go, and Salford City with a very convincing 4-1 win against league leaders Cambridge United, who after that first half didn't really have much chance of coming back into it, and Salford very deserving of 3 points.